Welcome to another special Trivia Zone episode of the College Football Bros podcast. I am Sarah Stinson, the scorekeeper for this episode. But first, I would like to introduce you to our host, Michael Newman.
Thank you, Sarah. We are also joined by a third person here. He is from just down the road from us in San Diego. He is my oldest brother, Trey Newman. Trey, how are you?
Doing all right. Glad to be on.
All right. So the theme for this trivia episode is inspired by the Last Dance documentary that ESPN just ran with kind of covering mostly the 1998 NBA Finals season for the Bulls. And so inspired by that, we're not going to ask about the NBA. We're going to ask about the 1998 college football season later that year. How do you feel about that topic, Trey?
It's been a while,
Yeah.
but I dust off the memory bank, I guess.
All right. So Sarah, what's the format here for Trey?
Sure. So just like before, we will have 7 multiple choice questions where Trey will get 2 points for every correct answer. To help you out, though, with any tough questions, we will give you 3 lifelines. One is a 50-50, where we will eliminate 2 incorrect choices, leaving you with a 50-50 shot. And your second lifeline is a hint from the host, where Michael will give you a little more information to help you out as well. And then the final lifeline is your phone a bro. So you will use that to call the third bro, Ryan, and see if he knows the answer.
Yeah, and only an idiot brother wouldn't answer the phone call, so hopefully Ryan will do so.
Yeah, maybe he'll get the second phone call at the very least. All right, so those are the rules. And Trey, the score to beat is 18 points. That's what Ryan got last episode. Okay. So you can't afford to miss too many.
No, high bar.
All right, so are you ready to enter the trivia zone?
Bring it on, 1998.
I'm going to ask you a trivia question here.
Trivia.
Doesn't matter what it is, you have answers.
Zone.
When you ask me those kind of questions, it really pisses me off.
Trivia Zone.
Okay, so here is your first multiple choice question. Ricky Williams of Texas, of course, won the Heisman Trophy in 1998 in a landslide. 5 quarterbacks finished directly behind him in the voting. Which of these options was not one of those 5 quarterbacks? Was it A, Cade McNown of UCLA, B, Donovan McNabb from Syracuse, C, Dante Culpepper at UCF, or D, Michael Vick of Virginia Tech?
Okay, I know for sure McNown was one of them. Let me see here. So then we got McNabb, Culpepper. Culpepper, that was his time at UCF. Nebraska had just played them either the year before or that year. I don't think he was much later. I know we didn't play him later. So I know I'm kind of between now McNabb and Vick. And McNabb, Syracuse played in the Orange Bowl. I think Vick was just 99, so I'm going to say it's Vick.
Oof, very good. Yeah. He was played as a freshman in 99. So,
that's right.
You have 2 points. All right. Let's move on then to question number 2. After almost 100 years of being independent, Army broke from tradition and joined which conference in 1998? A, Conference USA, B, Western Athletic Conference, C, Big East, or D, Big West?
Okay, well, I know it's not the Big West and the WAC. I followed a lot of WAC football, and they definitely didn't come out west. So now I've got the Big East and Conference USA. I don't think they were ever that big time to be in the Big East. So I got to go with Conference USA. Okay.
Excellent. All right. 2 for 2. Ryan is shaking in his boots right now. And by the way, he's still available as a lifeline. Moving on to your third question. Which of these schools was not one of the 112 Division 1A football teams for the 1998 season? Was it A, Northeast Louisiana, B, Southwestern Louisiana, C, Central Louisiana, or D, Louisiana Tech?
Wow, this is tough. I know Louisiana Tech was a program.
Yeah,
And a
that
couple-
one I ran out of
thank you.
teams there.
You didn't give me Louisiana State too in there.
No.
So the other ones, they obviously, I assume, became Monroe and Lafayette, and now it's just a matter of the geography. Honestly, I think if I had to guess, like, I don't think I've ever heard Central Louisiana. So I'm just going to say C, Central Louisiana. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
perfection so far.
I feel
That's
like I'd heard the geographical terms, but Central Louisiana just did not sound familiar.
Yeah, so Northeast Louisiana, you were right. Changed to, now I think I have it mixed up. Maybe I forget which one switched to Louisiana Lafayette and Louisiana Monroe. I'm sure some listeners out there are yelling
Okay.
at me, but they both switched to those schools.
Pick your
Sarah,
directional.
you know that one, right? You know which they switched to? Okay, all right, good.
Common
Not
knowledge.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Sarah, let's get a score check from Trey. We're through 3 questions. It's gone by pretty fast.
Well, Trey is 3 for 3. So that's 6 points.
I like it.
All
All right.
right.
Good start. Good start. Now I got to finish fast.
So there's 4 questions left, but first we have just one final reminder for the listeners. So what is that, Sarah?
Well, our returning sponsor for is the College Football Bros podcast.
Yay.
So, as we announced on the last podcast, we currently have t-shirts for sale. They are available in 4 different colors: dark heather gray, ice blue, indigo, and forest green. And they all have the logo on the front. So, to purchase one and support your favorite podcast, you can go to collegefootballbros.com/merch. You only have a couple more days, so order one now. The last day to buy is Friday, May 29th. So again, that's collegefootballbros.com/merch.
Awesome. Yeah. And thanks to everyone who's already bought them. Like Sarah said, yeah, only a few days left, and then they'll start shipping them out. So I don't know when we'll bring these shirts back. So get them while you can. All right, let's get back to trivia, and we are now on question number 4. Okay, so which 2 teams finished the 1998 season undefeated? Was it A, Tennessee and Tulane, B, Tennessee and Marshall, C, Florida State and Tulane, or D, Florida State and Marshall?
Okay. All right. Well, I know Tennessee beat Florida State in the national championship. So I know Florida State is not one of the answers. So now, yikes, now it's down between Marshall and Tulane. Oh, man. Marshall had their good teams. I know Tulane had... Man, this is... If I go Tulane and Marshall, did Marshall... I know Tulane had an unbeaten year, but I couldn't tell you when, but did Marshall ever go unbeaten? Gosh, and this is when they were humming. They had like the years of Moss, Pennington, and Leftwich. My gosh. If I go 50-50, it's probably going to be that. So I'm not going to do that. How many questions do I have left?
So you have 4 questions left, including this one.
Yeah, and I've got hint, Phonobro, and 50-50. I'm not going to use 50-50 for sure because I've already narrowed it down.
Okay.
Oh, man, do I risk it? I'm going to... I just... Shoot.
Got a 50-50 chance here, so you're down to Tulane.
I know.
Or Marshall, who went undefeated in
I know.
1998.
I know Tulane had one. Obviously I don't know the year, but I don't remember if Marshall ever did. I gotta go with my gut. I'm gonna say Tennessee and Tulane. Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
you're still
man.
perfect.
Ah,
So it was Tennessee and Tulane. Marshall went undefeated the next year. So that
they
was a
did.
tough one.
Okay. See, I don't even
Yeah, they
remember
both
that.
had them. Yeah, it was just. But I
Wow.
figured you'd get Tennessee pretty easy, but the other one that was tough.
Oh,
Okay. And do you know who the quarterback for both of those teams?
so Tulane, was it Jeff Blake?
No.
No, that's not right. Then I don't know off the top of my head.
How about Tennessee?
Oh, for Tennessee, it was T. Martin.
Yep, T. Martin. Yeah, and for it was Sean King for. Tulane.
Yeah, that's right, Sean
Yeah.
King. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, wow. Let's see, Trace. You're on to question 5, and you have all of your lifelines left. So you're sitting pretty right now.
All right.
Here we go. Here's question 5. Which quarterback? Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna start that over. I got to give you some background here. So, 1997, Nebraska and Michigan split the national championship, which led to the creation of the BCS in 1998 to crown one true national champion. Tennessee beat Florida State in the first BCS championship in the Fiesta Bowl, but this question is about the other 3 BCS bowls. So, which quarterback did not play in a BCS bowl at the end of the 1998 season? A. Donovan McNabb, B. Doug Johnson, C. Kate McNown, or D. Akili Smith?
Okay, I've got my I'm down to my 50-50 again because I know Cade McNown played in the Rose Bowl for UCLA. I don't remember if they lost to Wisconsin. That was just on the other day randomly, actually, with all this,
really?
with all these random games that they show. So that he was one. McNabb, I know McNabb played in an Orange Bowl, and I assume it was this year when they were good. So I think they were good there. Now it's Doug Johnson and Akili Smith. So, gosh,
And where did those 2 players play?
Akili Smith played at Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
and then Doug Johnson, I'm not even sure right now, actually.
Okay.
So that's why I'm down to those 2. And I'm trying to remember, in the BCS Bowls, did Oregon? All right, I'm going to have to go. I've got a 50-50. Do I use the hint or the 50-50? Are your 50-50s predetermined?
They're predetermined.
Oh, man. Let's go. Shoot, but if it is those 2, then I'm not going to know. Let's do a hint.
A hint. Okay. So 2 players listed here played against each other in the Orange Bowl. That's your hint. So I'll show the question again here for the YouTube view. Oh, that's the wrong question. Little preview. Yeah. Oh no, wrong question again.
It's all right.
The
Okay,
listeners
so
have
then
to
Doug Johnson must have played for Florida or was it Miami? Syracuse played in the Orange Bowl against a Florida squad. I think it was Florida. So Doug Johnson. That Florida rings a bell now. Okay, so if he played there, so that means Akili and Oregon didn't play. That's true because UCLA played in the Rose Bowl, so the Pac-10 at the time. All right, so I'm going to go D, Akili Smith. All right.
This is just Trey's logic here. Is he's using a bit of information he has. This is great.
That was a good hint. I needed that hint.
Okay, so there are 2 more questions to go. Here is question number 6. I'm keep messing up. There was some controversy with the first season of the BCS because the team that finished 3rd in the BCS standings was not invited to a BCS bowl game. Who was the quarterback of that team? Was it A. Mark Bolger, B. Tim Couch, C. Michael Bishop, or D. Drew Brees? So which of these was a quarterback for a team that finished third but was not invited to a BCS bowl game?
And I'm down to. So I remember 98 was the year Kansas State, they beat Nebraska. They lost a heartbreaker in the Big 12 title, but I don't know if they were third. Michael Bishop was a stud. Drew Brees and Purdue. What did Purdue do that year? Tim Couch and Kentucky were good, but they were never number 3. And Drew Brees at Purdue. And Drew Brees, I thought he was a couple years later, honestly. K-State. Let me think about K-State, though, because K-State did not. They lost the Big 12 title. They did not go to. They went to like the. They did not go to a BCS bowl. Can I see the question one more time?
Sure.
So I remember K-State did not end up going to a BCS bowl, but were they third?
So sounds like you've eliminated.
I've eliminated Couch and Drew Brees. I don't think Purdue. I just don't remember Purdue being that good. And they went to the Rose Bowl a year or two later, but not that year. And then Bolger. Just don't remember. Honestly, I mean, I remember K-State being so good and they lost the Big 12 title. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's C, Michael Bishop, Kansas State. Okay.
Yep. Oh my goodness. All right. So you're perfect so far still. And Sarah, how many points does he have going into this? This is the last question. There is a bonus round afterwards, but this is the last multiple choice question.
So he got each of those right as well. So he now has 12 points.
12 points. All right. 6 times 2. Good math there. Okay. So Ryan with his 18 points, especially if you get this one right, like you're looking good.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is your final multiple choice question. UCLA began the season 10-0 and were just 0.04 points behind number 1 Tennessee in the BCS standings. They played on the road in their last game of the season as 9.5-point favorites. Despite 513 yards passing and 5 touchdowns from Cade McNown, UCLA blew a 17-point lead to lose 49-45, knocking them out of the BCS championship. Who did they lose to? A, Miami, B, Georgia Tech, C, Missouri, or D, Notre Dame? And remember, this is your last question that you can use lifelines, so
yeah, I'm pretty
thoughts?
Confident, but I think I'll just validate with Ryan. What were the
you had Miami,
yeah.
Georgia Tech, Missouri, and Notre Dame.
I'm pretty confident I know this, but since
you could pull John Carpenter from Millionaire and just call Ryan and say, hey, you know what? I don't even need you. I've just got perfection going.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable in this one, but let me just ask Ryan to validate it.
Okay. And does he still have his 50-50, Sarah?
I have a 50-50, but I want to, before I do that, I want to see if my logic was right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get Ryan on the line then via the Subway Fresh Take hotline. No, we don't have a sponsor. Wait, if anyone wants to sponsor our phone line. Okay, let's get Ryan. He's making us sweat right now.
He is.
Hello, Michael.
Oh,
hello, Ryan. Welcome on to the show. Thank you for picking up your phone.
You're very welcome. I was very respectable here, waiting for Trey. I'm here to help you, brother.
All right. Well, Trey is doing pretty well so far. He's on the last question, and he needs your help.
Okay.
Well, he might not need your help, but he's decided to give you a call anyway because he might as well. So here's the question. So, let's see. UCLA blew a 17-point lead to lose 49-45 in their last game of the season in 1998, which knocked them out of the BCS championship. The question
Okay.
is, who did they lose to? Was it Miami, Georgia Tech, Missouri, or Notre Dame?
UCLA football, 1998.
Yeah, 1998.
They ended. Say the teams again. Say the choices.
Miami, Georgia Tech, Missouri, and Notre Dame. And by the way, Ryan, Trey can't talk to you right now, but they can. Him and Sarah can hear you. He is perfect so far. He's 6 for 6 on his questions, and
Holy cow!
he seemed pretty confident about this question number 7, but I think just kind of wanted to embarrass you if you don't know it.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. That seems like a weird. That doesn't seem like traditional answers there for UCLA.
By the
I
way,
don't
bonus
know.
fact about this, I don't think it'll really. Well, actually, I'm not going to give the bonus fact yet.
Okay. Shoot, man. I guess I don't know. I'm leaning with the U, but I that's just kind of a guess. But
Okay, Trey,
Yeah.
what is that? What you were leaning towards?
I absolutely am. I remember watching this game.
Oh wow, Trey says he remembers watching this game.
I do.
wow.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
98.
so Ryan, I'll keep you around for the answer here. Trey, are you well, you have your 50-50. I mean, you might as well.
I guess.
He uses 50-50.
Yeah, he hasn't even used his
Well, it's funny. You can
Man.
tell him I narrowed down a few 50.
What was the topic of this? I don't even know the topic of these questions.
1998 football season.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll do the 50-50 for you, Trey. We're going to leave it down to Miami and Notre Dame.
Oh, that was. Yeah, it is the U. Ryan was right. Miami.
It is correct. It is the U.
Wow.
So,
How did he remember that? I was just guessing. I don't remember that game. That's wow.
Yeah.
Bravo.
He just remembers. All right. Well, thank you for picking up, Ryan. And you'll have to wait and listen to see if in the final bonus round he surpasses your 18 points. But he's
I thought I was good there, man. Wow. We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk to you later, Ryan. Anything you want to say to the listeners
Hey guys. How you doing?
and girls?
And girls. Yeah, good point. Guys, kind of a general term there.
That's
Guys and
fair.
gals. Fourth bros, I should say. Right. That's kind of gender neutral.
There you go.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
How would I rate the quality of that call? I'll give it 5 stars. Submit. By the way, give us 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Okay, Trey. Like we've said, you have answered every question correctly. So, Sarah, let's do some multiplication. What's his score?
His score is 14.
Wow.
Very good.
Wow.
Perfection.
So what do we have now? One more question?
We do. So right now, after the first round, after the multiple choice questions, he has 14 points. But now you have a chance to add a few more points. So this is our final rapid fire round. Normally, you would have 45 seconds to give as many correct answers as possible, and each correct answer gets you 1 point. However, since Ryan ran a bit long last time and earned a couple extra points, we will give you a full minute as well.
Ooh.
So no penalties for any incorrect answers. So just throw out as many guesses as you can.
Okay. What are we
I'm gonna
covering?
I'm going to put up an image on your screen, Trey, that shows the top 15 teams from the final 1998 AP poll, and you have to name the head coach, as many head coaches as you can that were of those teams at that time.
Okay.
So the time will start when I show the image. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Sarah, you ready with the timer? We'll try and keep it to a minute.
I'm ready this time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Tennessee's Phil Fulmer. Florida State.
Correct.
Oh, Florida State is Bobby Bowden. Kind of skip over Ohio State for now. Florida was Steve
Yeah,
Spurrier.
Bobby Bowden's correct, of course.
Oh,
Steve Spurrier, correct.
6, Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez.
Correct.
Oh, K-State, Bill Snyder.
Correct.
Michigan, Lloyd Carr.
Yep.
Oh man, let me go back here. Ohio State, John Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, Georgia Tech, Arizona. Ooh, who did Arizona have? Yikes. Tulane, UCLA, Georgia, and Texas. Texas was Mac Brown. Mac Brown.
Yep.
Time. That's time.
Ooh.
Whoa.
You got that in.
Just got in, Mac Brown. All right. So, how many did he get right, Sarah?
He got 8.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, man. Knocking Ryan out of the water. Okay, so I'm going to go through, before we get your final tally here, I'll go through all of these coaches. So, number 1, Tennessee, Fulmer. Ohio State, John Cooper. Florida State, Bobby Bowden. Arizona was Dick Tomey.
Oh.
Florida, Steve Spurrier. Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez. Tulane, Tommy Bowden.
Oh. Wow. Yeah.
UCLA, Bob Toledo. Georgia Tech, George O'Leary. Kansas State, Bill Snyder. Texas A&M, R.C. Slocum.
Oof.
Michigan, Lloyd Carr. Air Force, Fisher DeBerry. Georgia, Jim Donnan. And then, Texas, Mac Brown. So that was pretty good. So Sarah, what is Trey's final score?
Your final score is 22. Very
All
good.
right. I don't know about you, but Trey's feeling 22. Okay. So congrats, Trey. What do you have to say to Ryan for just easily passing?
I guess in order to beat him, I don't need to see him. If I see him, I must be intimidated or something, and I have a mental block on the last few questions.
Yeah, you came through in the clutch. So
now, 98 was kind of my beginning of my prime watching of college football. So I think this was a good category for me.
Okay, yeah, for me this would have been too early. I was 9 years old. So
this was right when I started. So.
All right. Well,
you got the same number of points in the second part of the rapid fire as Ryan did, but you really came through with the multiple choice.
There you go.
I like it.
Excellent. All right. So we might have more Trivia Zone episodes in the future. Let us know if you liked this format, because we can certainly do more of those, and we'll give Ryan another crack at trying to get 22. So that'll do it for the College Football Bros podcast. Be sure to order your t-shirt, like Sarah said, at collegefootballbros.com/merch by Friday. And we will talk to everyone next week. See ya.